Alright everyone, it's time for today's Bitchute exclusive talking about the fact-free sloganeering sort of situation that Biden finds himself in. Because basically it is just a slogan. Build back better. Well, what the fuck does that mean, dude? Oh, things have crumbled. We're gonna build them back, but we're gonna improve upon them. Dude, that's so vacuous and cloying and stupid as a slogan, so obtuse, by the way, as well. Joe Biden probably is stupid enough to have thought it up himself. That's probably the one contribution he made to his own campaign. Oh, I've got a no malarkey. Well, sir, that sounds great. And then a month later, when people are basically just joking about, well, I'm tired of people making jokes about me. I'm going to make it build Bunk better. There's no actual effort to create a platform. He's already got his first former oil exec on his transition staff. You know, transitioning, very funny term. There might not be a transition, though, because Alito exists, and Kavanaugh, and all of these others. That is not settled yet. There is no office of the president-elect, by the way. I will always remind people of this. But I find it funny, because basically, prior to, potentially at least, being sworn in on January 20th, assuming that the fraud cases do fall apart, let's just assume that he is duly elected. Let's assume that SCOTUS weighs in and says, well, yeah, you got the votes, you got the states, get over it. Okay, well then he's your asterisk president. And he will have an asterisk after his name for those 4 years, or probably less, that he's in office, in my opinion, because I will still believe that there was fraud in the election that was not properly disclosed. That being said, if he's, you know, the duly legal acting president, he's already stabbed the left in the back. It's going to be hilarious watching them because I keep seeing like the former skeptic crowd, right? And they're like, well, we need to hold his toes to the fire. We can't pull back on these meaningful issues that we're fighting for. Abolishing police, massive new taxes, which will affect mainly the middle class and small businesses. I'm both, so, you know, I'd be fucked. At that point, I might as well just become fucking Dutch because the tax rate will probably be lower. New wars. Apparently they want to invade things because they voted for Joe Biden. So, you know, it's asinine to suggest that he won't start a war. Maybe with Iran, more troops in Syria, maybe. Certainly pumping Afghanistan back up. Lots more drone strikes in South Asia, I guarantee. Maybe we'll get involved in Africa. Trump's drawing things down in Somalia as well. That's a little bit different because Somalia is basically run by pirates, and we are the guarantor of the world's naval systems. That one might be a mistake, in all honesty, withdrawing troops from Somalia. we need some anti-piracy ports there, although the Chinese are in, what is it, Djibouti, I think now, so, you know, they've got a navy. It's not as good as the U.S. Navy, but they exist. They have an aircraft carrier. Sometimes it's even afloat and out in the ocean and not in dry dock. The amount of money that they pumped into that is asinine. The Russians have a better navy, and theirs is all rusted out and fucked up. Have you seen the ships? Some of them, I don't know if I'd want to sail on them. Although I will give the Russians credit, their MREs are better than anything you'll find from Eastern Europe, including Central Europe. Actually, props to them. Pretty yummy. There's some sort of chutney in the last one for dipping crackers in. I thought it was delectable. I thought it was one of the best things actually in an MRE I've actually had. Their coffee's great too. They've really improved. But Biden's not doing anything. He's not planning to do anything. He's already scrubbed his website of half of the things that he said he wanted to do. He's backpedaling. He's done a total 180 on the national lockdown for COVID. He did a backpedaling, you know, before even being supposedly elected with Stephanopoulos on the mask mandate. He had said, well, I want to mandate masks nationwide. Everyone has to wear a mask. Then he's on there. He's pressed about it. Well, you know, legally, how do you do that? Oh, well, I don't mean that I'm going to force anyone to do it. I'm going to try to get the states to do it. Oh, what if they won't do it? Because some of those governors don't approve of those mandates. Oh, well, then I'll talk to the mayors. I'll talk to local representatives and city councils. So in other words, he's literally going to try to circumvent the state supremacy of the 10th Amendment. He's promised this openly. He openly promised a national lockdown that he's now backpedaled on because it's unpopular. I think the only thing that he'd probably sign the TPP and then call it a day. He's a tired old man. At the end of the day, he wants to sloganeer and simply be president. That's all Biden wants. It's dichotomous with Trump. Let me tell you what Trump wants. Trump wants to be a noteworthy president. By the way, he doesn't care if he's a villainous noteworthy president, so long as you remember that he was there. Biden doesn't give a shit. He wants that. He wants to be president. He just wants the title. That's it. He doesn't care about accomplishing anything. Trump is definitely a workhorse president. Biden will be a little bit of a show pony. And again, this is assuming he gets in there. I realize there are outstanding fraud cases. There's litigation that may make its way before the Supreme Court itself. I hope it does. I hope that Giuliani and Powell have the evidence they claim to have. I really hope that they do. I think it would be wonderful to have 4 more years of growth and sane executive governance. I think it would be wonderful to have 4 more years, preferably without any new conflicts overseas. Maybe more troop withdrawals from foreign shores. Keep them at home, give them lots of MREs, and let them fire off artillery and tanks and ride A-10s around. That's what the military's for. A bunch of young people enjoying blowing things up. But why should it be over there? You know, there's plenty of military land in the United States. Isn't it like half of fucking New Mexico or something? I would think you can fly your sorties there, dude. Fucking fly around there and blow up rocks. Blow up entire mountains. Why don't you take a whole bunch of munitions, drill them into a mountain, blow it up. Make the largest conventional explosion known to man. Make it like equivalent to an atom bomb. That's what I want to see. That's about all. Peace out.